Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Ayesha from CxO Global Forum, a knowledge sharing platform for all the C-levels across Pakistan and around the globe. Every time we have some very interesting guests with us today as well. We have Sir Muhammad Mohtashim with us, who is the director at and a partner at TMC. Assalamu alaikum sir, how are you?
Walaikum Assalam. I'm good, Aisha. How are you?
I'm good too. अभी तक सर आपका दिन कैसा रहा? It's 5:30 in Pakistan.
Yes, it's 5:30 in Pakistan. The day is still going on. Thankfully, so I work in multiple time zones. So, one part of the day is finished, the other part is still to go on.
Right. So, sir, before starting off with this discussion, I would want you yourself to please let our audience know who basically Muhammad Muhtasim is.
Yeah, so as you introduced me, I am one of the partners in TMC, formerly
Right.
called Telemarks Consulting. It is the largest SAP consulting firm right now at the moment in Pakistan, with
Sahi?
almost 70% market share with respect to SAP business in Pakistan. We
Right.
have, as my role, I look after the international business plus some of the key accounts here in Pakistan. I
Right.
have been tasked to expand globally, take TMC places. We already have a business established in KSA, in Iraq, in UAE, and now we are going for the mother of all markets, the US. So that's a very quick journey within TMC. Previously, I've held positions both on client and consulting side, so I have had the flavor of both sides of the table. I have spent a large part of my career in K Electric, the only private and integrated utility in Pakistan. Last position that I held was I was the deputy director for innovation strategy and enterprise business services.
Right.
So everything from applications to innovation to strategy fell under my ambit. I Over years I've held many roles, but this is the role that I left KE at. Before that, I was in UAE for about 3 years. I was with TMC at that point. It was not called TMC, but I was with TMC at that time, and I actually oversaw the operations in the Middle East, mainly in UAE, Oman, and KSA.
Right. So, sir, another question that popped up in my mind when you were telling all your details, what attracted you to TMC? And what do you find most rewarding about working here?
Well, I'll break this question in two parts. So,
Right.
what attracted me to the work I'm doing, and then why TMC? So, having spent time on both sides of the table, I actually found my true calling, and I knew that I wanted to create something in short and long term.
Right.
And that's why I chose a platform which can grow with my ambitions. TMC, it was a choice because I had worked with TMC. I knew people there, so and there was an opportunity to join as a partner. So it was like all the boxes got ticked.
Right. Okay. And sir, how would you describe your leadership style and approach to manage your responsibilities here as the director or the partner at TMC?
Well, I am hands off. I have a hands off management style, to be honest. So I would rather tell people the targets to be achieved
Right.
instead of really spoon feeding them.
Right.
That's what I intend to do, and I am a true believer in theory Y of management, and hence I give people space on how to do things while
Mhm.
giving them what to do. So that's what
Right.
I would call my management style. Yeah.
Right. So you have an open hand in whatever way they choose.
Yep, that's correct. That's correct. So I give them leeway. The how part is up to them. The approach is up to them, the strategy is up to them, the tactics up to them. I'm all open to, if they want to bounce some ideas, want some guidance, that's something that I want to do. But I give them the freedom, because at the end of the day, I want to develop leaders. And if you don't give freedom, you don't develop leaders. I mean, you just
Definitely.
develop followers, and that's not what we want in our company.
Definitely, that's right. Right. So, sir, knowing the challenges are apart at every, occupation and everywhere. So, what are the biggest challenges that you have faced as the director?
Well, finding the right talent is always a challenge. And I mean, we have actually experimented this. I have experimented this historically in my career, and we intend to do this more now. That finding the right leaders may not be just a question of the years of experience that individual has. You have to really look for the potential.
Right.
So maybe there's someone who has much fewer experience, number of years of experience under the belt, but may have the potential to be a better leader. So finding
Right.
that talent, and breaking those walls and ceilings, that only more experienced, more senior people can take a leadership role, is a
Definitely.
challenge that I believe that we are yet to overcome, but we hope to overcome very soon.
All right. So, sir, can you discuss a significant milestone or an achievement that TMC has reached under your leadership?
Well, I would say that there's still miles to go, but I am happy that ever since I rejoined TMC as a partner, in 2 years we have had significant growth, almost 300% growth in our services business, which has been my primary focus.
Right.
And the amount of revenue that we have generated from international sources has been significant as well. It's almost 400% increase in the international revenue, and I really hope, fingers crossed, that it's just a beginning.
Right. These are definitely huge achievements in a very short period of time. So, sir, IT consulting sector, everything is changing very rapidly, coming up with the new technologies that we have. So, how do you stay updated with the industry's trends and changes in the consulting sector?
Well, I believe that learning is continuous. So, and even as a leader, I would want to lead by example. So, what I do is, like for example, we are the biggest SAP partner. So let me pick that topic as SAP. So
Right.
I get direct access to the Learning Hub, which is the go-to platform for SAP technologies. I keep myself updated. I visit various forums, various user groups, and various launch ceremonies by SAP, and I read through myself. Instead of just delegating that part, I try
Right.
to keep ahead of the curve by reading through the new technology myself. I may not have time and energy, and I'm not like, I probably am too old now to really get hands on to most of the things,
Mhm.
but having to read through this opens my mind and helps me navigate the younger generation better, because I can then guide them through my experience and coupled with the latest technology trends. So this is the approach that I have used so far.
Right. So, sir, moving on to the strategies, what strategies do you you use in order to, for the growth and for the innovation of your company, which is TMC?
So strategy is both diversification of portfolio and geographic diversification. So we are actually working on both of these strategies. Uh,
Okay.
PMC has been known to be a SAP shop. So we have had remarkable success in SAP so far. We have had acquisitions, we have had our own growth. Alhamdulillah, we have 70% of the market share in Pakistan.
Right.
For Click, we are the master resellers. So, yes, we are going for geographic diversification when it comes to SAP and the existing services that we have. However, we have also gone towards acquisition, and we have acquired new skills, developed new verticals to offer to both existing geographies as cross sell and upsell, to existing customers, but also tap those newer skills, new verticals in the new geographies that we are expanding. So it's like two pronged. So first is going geographically diverse, and second
Right.
is technological diverse.
Right. So, how do you balance between your long-term goals for your company along with your short-term goals for your company?
Obviously, we have to fund the growth, right? We have had all the growth internally ourselves. There's no external funding. There's no debt on per se. So that's
Right.
why that short-term focus in the short-term phase is important because we have to fund that growth. So it's like keeping an eye on the future, which is probably 3, 5, 7 years down the line, but delivering what we have in hand. So that's how we do it. We want to deliver what we have in hand, getting the right people, getting the right skills, and at the same time focus on the pipeline that's coming in the future. It may be expanding in the new geography, putting people there, getting the pipeline,
Mhm.
getting the leads, and then closing them out while delivering the existing, closing out the existing work and moving on to the next work. So that's how we do it.
Right. So, sir, as we know, the communication it plays a very important role. So, how do you foster collaboration and communication within your team and across different departments as well?
Well, we really value that and understand the need for that. As we have expanded from mere 200 headcount to more than 700 in the past 2 years, we really
Right.
understand how important it becomes to have a collaboration platform which can actually help common knowledge across the board. Uh,
Definitely.
Whether it be adopting to better cloud services like Office 365, or
Mhm.
expanding, adopting a platform for HR which has collaboration built in. I mean, these are
Right.
some of the tools that we have actually used to streamline the whole communication part. Of course, some of the practices that we have also adopted to keeping the vision aligned is also important. So we have this quarterly town hall with all the employees, and we encourage both the named and anonymous questions, so that we give the confidence to people that they can ask questions and their opinions matter. So these are some of the tools and techniques that we have used, and there's always a room for improvement, but we believe that this has helped us so far in the growth that we have.
Right. So, sir, moving on to the client view, what role does client feedback plays in shaping the strategies of your business?
Well, massive. In fact, I would say that some of our technological diversification
Mhm.
can be credited to, and I'll keep it anonymous, to some of the customers. So we did not think about some of the verticals, but customers, being our partners, they pointed us in the direction, and we took their advice and went on with it. So customers do matter, whether it's the feedback on the services that we provide, or and that's why we don't call them customers, we call them partners, because at the end of the day, we both of us contribute in each other's strategy, both in short term and long term. So we have had diversification elements based on customer feedbacks and customer advices. So yeah, that matters a lot.
Right. So, sir, another question that how do you, how would you handle, I would say, competition, and how do you make sure that your company stays ahead in the market?
Well, it's a continuous process, and you win some, you lose some.
Right.
We don't get bogged down or held up if we end up on the other side of the competition. That's fine. That is, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. What we do is we continuously strive. Even if we lose a customer, we try to stay in touch and do a root cause analysis in the beginning, and ensure that our team, accounts team, sales team, they don't fall for the same trap, or have the same reasons next time. That feedback matter, and sometimes the feedback is not just formal, it can be informal as well. So we take into account both kind of feedbacks. It's as I said, it's we believe in Kaizen. It's continuous improvement. We can never be perfect, but we can always aim to reach that level that we reach perfection. So and feedback matters.
Right. So, sir, making this conversation a little informal, outside of work, what are some of your hobbies and interests that you're passionate about?
Well, obviously, family is something that is very important to me. I have two kids. The little one is an age which is really fun, almost 3. So I try to spend time with my kids as much as possible when I'm not traveling, and I miss them when I'm traveling, like at this time. And apart from that, I go for jogging, I go for swimming. It's good weather for swimming these days, so I try to go with that. And sometimes I play golf. So these are some of the activities that I keep myself busy with. And maybe just a breath of fresh air when you go out. In our kind of work, we you have to really keep sitting on a laptop and do your work,
Right.
so that just gives me that break from all the routine that I have.
Right. So, sir, with this family point in mind, I would like to ask, how do you balance between your personal life and your professional life?
Well, I'll keep this answer here, and I hope my wife doesn't listen to this. But I mean, recently, what I've started to do is, so you have to have a hard cutoff now. Now, since my job requires me to be in multiple time zones,
Mhm.
so at least what I've tried to do recently, that I just turn off my phone. I mean, probably not the best idea, but
Right, right,
when you work in multiple time zones, you have to really turn it off. Otherwise, it just keeps buzzing and keep bugging your family. So, and yes, I may uh, be with them and be on calls both at the same time, but at night there's a hard cutoff. No more calls. And obviously, it's not like just sudden cutoff. I just inform anybody who's in contact with me that I may not be available. In fact, people who interact with me now know that that I may not be available beyond this time, and
right,
because that's family time, that's me time, that's sleep time. Because if they want me 12 hours of high energy, they need to give me that space.
right. So, sir, what advice would you want to give to somebody who is aspiring their career in a leadership position in consultancy?
I would suggest them. In fact, this is something that I recently posted on my LinkedIn. There's a mantra that I follow for success, for leadership, for performance is be selfish and be fair. So be selfish in a sense that go ahead and do things for yourself.
Right.
So learn a new skill, get new things done, solve a problem for yourself so that you can be
Mhm.
better, you can learn. But be also fair around for the people around you, for the company that you work for. In general, be fair. So don't like undercut anyone, don't demean anyone, don't belittle anyone while being selfish about things. So if you balance these two things, so it will give you that internal motivation, and eventually people will look up to you, and you will have that influence over people to lead them. So this is my mantra, and this is my advice to the youth out there.
Right. So, sir, finally moving to the last question, how would you describe your experience with CxO Global Forum?
I think it's wonderful, the kind of events and the kind of successful events, I would say, that they have delivered. It's just remarkable. And we always read about the network effect, and CxO forum is really practicing that network effect. In fact, I really miss that Elevate event. I really wanted to be there, but unfortunately, I'm not in Karachi today, so I could not attend it. In fact, not today, not tomorrow either. I really miss that, and I hope to be there. Attending one of the CxO events very soon.
Right. So, thank you so much for your time, sir. Done with this short interaction here. I hope that our viewers would be able to learn from you as much as I did. And once again, thank you so much for pulling out time for this discussion.
Thank you so much, Aisha. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.